Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to dive into the world of Microsoft Excel, a powerful spreadsheet program that can help you manage and organize data. If you are new to Excel, don't worry, we have got you covered. In this tutorial, we'll be taking you through the basics of Microsoft Excel, including how to create and format spreadsheets, use basic functions, and even create charts and graphs. So whether you are a student looking to ace your next project or a professional seeking to boost your productivity, this tutorial is for you. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So here you can see on the screen what we are going to cover on in today's tutorial. So basically in every video you see this screen at the start of the video. So there will be some important things, crucial things and nice to have things. So in today's video, we'll be looking at understanding user interface of Microsoft Excel, then how to navigate between tabs, worksheets, workbooks. Then we'll do some basic formatting and we'll go to basic formulas after that. And I will also show you some shortcut keys so that you can navigate between sheets and apply formulas with shortcuts as well. Let us start today's tutorial. So to start, you have to open Microsoft Excel in your PC. Okay. So this screen will appear at the start. Here you can see home. This is the home screen. Now you can create new sheets here or you can open existing sheets here. Here you have got a lot of templates and at the bottom you can see previously open sheets. So if you go to templates, here you can get lot of templates ready-made available. So whatever you are planning to do, like there is calendar is there, monthly company budget, and likewise there are more templates you can go through. So before going to those templates, we'll start with blank template. So this is our basic, what we can say, the home page of Microsoft Excel, where you can see a lot of tabs at the top. Then there is ribbon and there is one grid we can see, and the sheet name is there. So we are going to work in this sheet. Now what you see in this grid is there are multiple columns like A, B, C, D, and there are multiple rows, 1, 2, named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, and if I click on any cell, right? If I click on this cell, here you can see E6. So this is the cell address of this particular cell. So what it's representing is E is the column number and 6 is the row number. So E6. So this is that cell we were selecting. So if you select any cell, you will get the cell address immediately. What you see at the top are tabs, home, insert. These are called as tabs. Then you have this ribbon. So under each tab there will be different ribbon likewise, and in each ribbon you will have some groups like clipboard, font, and you can expand these groups as well by clicking at this small arrow. So it will open up in detail for that group. So let's understand some basic terminology. Like I said, these are columns, these are rows, this is called as cell. And if you select multiple cells, like if I suppose select this much cell, so this is a range. So this range will be E4 from here to E16. Likewise, if you select multiple rows and columns, so then this will be a range from E4 to M17. So this is called as a range. Here at the top you can see one space is there. So whatever you want to edit in that cell will be shown here, and you can edit from here as well. Suppose if I type anything here, so it will show in cell as well, or if I directly type in cell, then it will show up here. So you can edit from here also, you can edit from here also. What we have open right now is called as a workbook, Excel workbook, and within Excel workbook there will be multiple sheets. So here you can see you have one plus sign. So if you click on it, you will be able to open these worksheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and we can also rename them whatever we want. So let's say this one. So whatever you want to rename it, you can rename it. You just have to right click it, rename it, and press enter. That's it. You can also move this sheet. You can hold the sheet. You can move wherever you want, however you want. Also, you can delete the sheets. You just have to right click. You can click on delete. If you want to hide the sheet, you can hide it. If you want to unhide it, then also you have to right click on the non-hidden sheets. You can click on unhide. Here all the hidden sheets will be visible. You can click on it and you can click on OK. So the hidden sheet will be visible. So if sometimes you are finding difficulty to read some text here, okay, so what you can do is you can zoom the screen. So here at the bottom you can see there is one slider. So if you click on this plus icon, it will keep on zooming so that it will be easy for you to read the text. And same you can zoom out. There is one more method. From in view you can see zoom option is there. So here directly there is some percentages I mentioned. So you can directly 200%, 70%, whatever you want, you can do it. So to start with, I'll just enter some data here. Okay. So I have entered some random serial number thing. So if I want to navigate to bottom cell, I can keep pressing enter. So if you keep pressing enter, you will be going at the bottom cell. If you press tab, you will be moving right. So tab and enter you can use. If you press shift tab, you will be moving backward, and if you press shift enter, you will be moving upward. Other than that, you can use arrow keys to move up, down, left, right. So whatever you feel easy, you can use. Now let's suppose if I enter one data. So this is my name. So here you can see that first cell is having my name, but it is not visible here clearly. So what I will do is I will see when you go to this column, there is one icon will be shown. Just have to drag that. So wherever you want, and that column length will be adjusted. So however you want it, you can adjust it. Same for the other cell. The other thing you can do is you can go there and double click. So it will auto adjust as per the size of that cell content here also, right? Same you can do with the rows. Rows also you can adjust the height. Another way to do it is you can right click on row or right click on column, and you can go to column width, or in case of row it will be row height. So you can adjust this, enter the figure, and it will be updated. So now we will see how we can format this cell. Suppose we have some content in a cell, so we can easily in home tab we have this group font. So you can change the font to however you want. Then again, if you want to adjust the column, you can adjust. Then you can change the color of that font. And if you want to change the background color, you can change the background color from here. You can give a border, like there are options: bottom border, top border. Suppose I want to give like a thick outside border, I can choose this. You can make your Excel sheet attractive. So there is one ready-made option available to format any cell. So what you have to do is in home tab you have to go to styles group, then select on cell styles. So here multiple styles will be available. So if we just select the heading one, then it will be like the cell style will be changed. Likewise, you can play with it. You can see how it looks, how the data looking, and you can go ahead with whatever you like. You can change the size of the font from here. So multiple sizes are available. I select 20, so it will increase. From here also you can do small increments, then decrements. You can also change the style of your text, bold, italic. Then if you want underline, you can make it double underline. So however you want, you can play with it. So now this was about formatting a cell. Now what I will do is I will put some data so that we can learn bit in depth. what we can do with the data, what we can do with the text, numbers, and some formulas. So now you can see I have downloaded some data to work on, but here you can see it is not clearly visible. So what we can do is we can either manually adjust the column, or you can double click here so it will be adjusted. But if you are having multiple columns, like a number of columns to adjust, then it will be difficult to do like one by one. So what we can do is we can click on this small triangular icon at the corner, so whole sheet will be selected, and then you can double click on any of the column, so all columns will be adjusted. Same you can do with the row if row is not adjusted. Sometimes what happen is the text in cell is so long that you can't keep this much width of the column. So what we can do in that case is we can wrap the text. So you can select the cell in a home tab, in alignment ribbon. If you click on wrap text, that text will be wrapped, so you don't have to make that column longer. It will be small bit and the text also will be visible. So what we will do is, to start with, we'll do some formatting as we have learned. And to do that, suppose I have to make border, so I will select all the data. So one thing you can do is you can just use the mouse to select the data, or what you can do is you can click on any cell and press Ctrl A. So all the data in that table will be selected. So I will to all borders. I want to change the color of this heading, so I will change it from here. It's a bit darker, and I want to increase the font so that it will be clearly visible. Okay, one more thing you can do is you can align the text within the cell. Like suppose this is left aligned, so I can select the cell to center align it or right align it. And here three more options are there to manage the position within the cell vertically. So if I select here, so it will be updated top, middle, bottom. So three options are available, so I'll keep it middle now. While playing with the columns, suppose if you don't want some columns, so what you can do is you can right click on it, you can delete the column, or if you want additional column, wherever you want the column, so you have to click one existing column, you press the right click and click on enter, so one column will be added on the left of selected column. Same you can do with the rows. If you want to any row, so select row, right click on it, click insert, the row will be added at the top, and if you don't want it, you can simply delete it. So we'll insert one row at the top to give a heading. Now you can see the table is in this much range and the heading is showing at A1 only. I want this heading to be shown at the center of this whole table. So what you can do is you can select all the cells, and there is in alignment merge and center option is available. You can click on that option, so it will be centered. You can again play with the font colors and everything. There is one more method to make it center without merging the cell. So when we are using VLOOKUP formulas, we'll see in future tutorials. So we will not be able to use these columns. Like if you merge this, we won't be able to use single columns for VLOOKUP. So what we can do is, I'll unmerge this first. What we can do is we can select these cells and click on this small option, alignment. Then in alignment, you have horizontal alignment, center across selection. If you click on it and then OK, so it will be centered. Now it is not merged, but still it is in center. This is very helpful option when you are using multiple formulas in a single sheet, like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUPs, XLOOKUPs. So this you can use widely. So you can go to home tab. In numbers group, you can select the data, click here. You can convert to rupees, you can convert to dollar again, you can convert to euros, however you want. So it will show up there. Same you can do with this other data. If you want this in percentage, you can click on this percentage. and then back again. If you don't want it, you can just undo it. Then if you want like here you can see there are 2 decimal places. Okay, if you don't want it, you can just select the data, you can click here, so it will just eliminate those decimal places. The value will be there, but the decimal places will not be shown. So I'll again go back to, because there is some data. So what you can see is, while I am scrolling down, I am not been able to see the title of this table or this headers. So what I will do is, I will select the row above which I want the data to be shown at any position. I will select the row, I will go to view, then there is option of freeze. So you can just click on freeze panes. So now everything above this will be freeze. Even if I scroll down, it will not get hidden. So now it is visible clearly. Okay. So now we'll jump into some basic formulas. So in Excel, so wherever we want to use any kind of function or formula, we have to start with equal up sign. Then suppose if you want to do calculation 2 by 2, like 2 into 2, so this will show up your answer. But what you see here is, at the top row here, you can see what the calculation has been done, like 2 into 2. Here you will not see 4, but in cell you will see the result. So whenever you will use the formula in cells, you will see the results and the formulas will be shown here. There is one shortcut key if you want to see formulas in the Excel sheet, is control and this sign is there, so it will be shown on your screen. I don't know what it is called. So now you can see the formula also. I'll go back to value. You can press the same key to go back to values. So what we'll do is, to start with, we'll use one simple formula of summation. So to sum, like if I want to sum all these unit source, so if what is the basic method, what we can do is, suppose from 3 things we have to sum, though we can click on equal up, then 883 plus 367 plus 1006 2256. So we can do it like this also, but when the data is in larger quantity, we cannot use this method as it is very time consuming. So what we will do is, we will go to cell where we want the result. So in formulas, auto sum option is available. You can click on auto sum, so it will directly select all the cells what it thinks that can be summed up. So it has selected from D3 to D24. We can manually also select the cells which we want, but now again we will select all the D3 to D24. The summation is here, so result is here, and you can see the formula is there, sum D3 to D24. Another method to navigate here is from home. In auto sum option is available. This also you can use it, or you can simply use one shortcut key, that is alt equal to. It can directly show up some, like all the data. And now if I want to do it this for sum, either I can do alt equal to, use this shortcut key to sum, or what I can do is, if there are multiple columns, I will just, there is one small, if you can see, there is one small square appearing at this corner of the cell. What I will do, I will click on that and I will just hold and drag it to the cells wherever I want everything. So all cells will get summed up. There is one more shortcut method to summing. So what you can do is, like suppose if you want all these cells to be summed at in single click, what you can do, you can select all the cells. And one more thing, if you want summation of rows also and summation of columns also at one go, then what you can do is you can select all the cells and one more row and one more column where the results will appear. You can select this and you can just press Alt equal to. Summation will appear directly. So here what you see is summation of these rows, and at the bottom you can see summation of columns, and in the corner it is summation of everything. So in single click you can do overall summation. We'll see one more basic formula. Now this was summation. We'll see one more formula for averaging. For that you can go to formulas. Under auto sum there is option of average. If you click on average it will again select the cells. Now I will select manually whichever I want and press enter. So it has averaged up everything. Now this I can drag to cells wherever I want. Another method is you can click equal to and press AVER average. Click on it, double click on it, then select the cells, press enter. So that is a basic averaging. So it is better to remember the formulas rather than going through here every time. One more thing I would like to tell you is like when you are selecting any kind of range, so you will see at the bottom there are some values popping up, like auto sum will be popped up, then max value of that particular cell, minimum value of that cell, how many number of cells are like filled, count, and the average. So automatic these values also will pop up without doing any formulation. And if you want to add anything extra, so you can just right click here, you can select whatever values if you want. So suppose if I didn't want numerical count or and count, I'll just remove them, and again I'll select the cell. So here you can see count and numerical count has disappeared. So this also you can use to ease out some things. So this was a basics what we have learned today, and as the tutorials progress, so we will be going deep into the formulas. So you can see at the top there are lots of formulas which we can use, and we can make our life easy. So we'll go one by one into that in further tutorials. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.